Liz, to start 4-0 in this league, first time the program's ever done it. What does it mean to be able to get off to a start like this, knowing how tough this league is to win?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I didn't know it was the first time, but that's just like a testament to what Coach Brooks has done here, and how hard that we've been working. And we've played. Miami's a really good team, so coming away from a game like this and winning by this margin means a lot, especially. But we have another opportunity against Florida State on Sunday, and they're also extremely good. But that's just how this league goes, and is also why 4-0 is really special.
On the left with Bradley.
How big is it to start a second half with those 2 big threes that you guys had?
Yeah, it was massive. I think we always emphasize, sometimes it doesn't work, but we always emphasize trying to have a third quarter blitz, which means just at the start coming out hot and confident. And I think we very much did that. But I also do believe that we probably could have stopped a few of their easy baskets that they got as well. Like, I would rather prefer have a 8-0 run or something like that than, I think we need to do a better job at getting back on defense, especially with a team like Miami.
You guys have won 8 in a row. Where do you feel like you've kind of improved throughout that stretch, and what kind of statement do you think you've
It
made?
feels good right now. It's clicking. I don't think like any particular. I'm sure there probably is statistically particular things, but like for us, I think it's just a feel. I think we're gelling at the right time. We're discovering each other's roles, and I think that's really important, especially when you have a bunch of new people coming in. They have to find their role, and I think that everyone's doing that right now. But we still got a lot of basketball to play. But I'm glad that it's all happening right now.
On the right, Ryan.
Hey, ladies, congratulations.
Thank you.
Speaking of roles, Clara Strack, if you don't mind just talking a little bit about her and her play tonight.
Clara is, I will always praise her mentality and everything, because she knows that, she's coming in behind me. But I think she takes that as an opportunity and does it really well. And the few times that, we get the opportunity to play together, I always enjoy it. I always see her making big plays, whether it be, tipping offensive rebounds or grabbing them or whatever. But, yeah, she had 4 offensive rebounds in her 10 minutes. Like, that's just extremely valuable. And, as young as she is, she's going to continue to get better and better. She may not have had the best night finishing, but we still have so much confidence in her on the block because she has incredible moves, and she's really consistent, actually. And her ceiling is just incredibly high.
Liz, I believe you scored 18 of the first 19, something like that. What was working well for you early to kind of keep the team afloat there when some shots weren't going down?
They can't guard her.
My shot was just feeling good. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Today it was, especially in the first half. And when I'm like that, when George is like that, like Coach Brooks and the rest of the team, don't even do that. Second half last game. Whenever someone is like that, we're really good at, getting the ball to them. My teammates were looking for me a lot. Coach Brooks was running sets to use actions to get me open so that I'd have that shot. So it's really a whole team effort.
Georgia, what is that like when she takes over like that? And obviously, shots weren't going down early, and Miami's coach even said, like, she kind of mentioned, like, oh, they're not hitting, but, you guys were still tied and then eventually in the lead.
Yeah, obviously I think everyone really, I wouldn't say belittle, but doesn't take into appreciation what Liz actually does. For us, I think it just goes unnoticed a lot, which is ridiculous because she literally averages, like, 20s and whatevers in, like, all regions and categories. But, I was playing and one of their guards looked at me and said, dang, Kitley got too many baskets. I said, yep, she's going for a 40-piece. And she said, not on my bigs. I said, you watch it. Like, we have the most confidence in her, and I think, it's really difficult for other people to guard her because Coach Brooks is so good with, the tweaks he makes. Like, the stuff we ran tonight, like, we tweaked it and shoot around. Like, it's just constant so teams can't, prep for us. You never know what we're going to do different. So it's both, Coach Brooks and Liz. We probably also need to do a little bit better of a job getting her the ball where she wants it, but isn't that crazy to think she still scores that when we're throwing terrible passes?
Guys, it looked like it got a little bit chippy, especially after the technical was called, the 2 fouls called. How are you guys able to keep your cool and make sure you guys stayed level-headed?
I think at that point...
She didn't keep her cool, let's be real. She almost got teed up.
They might not know about that.
Everyone saw it.
We were just having fun. Like, teams can try to do that to take us out of our game, but at the end of the day, like, we're just playing. Like, that's all we want to do. You know, if they're, you know, not successful putting the basketball in the hoop, then they might resort to other things. And I think, you know, that's kind of what was happening. But as long as we keep our cool and hit our free throws, we'll make them pay for it.
Back on the right, David.
Georgia, you guys have played more zone recently than you have in a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like about when you do make that change, how you guys are playing when you kind of go to a 2-3?
Yeah, obviously it's throwing a lot of teams off, and I think we've also played a lot of teams that haven't been too great at three-point shooting. Like, they have three-point shooters, but it's not really what they would like to do. So I think that's a perfect opportunity for us to put in some zone, but I also think we have length. You know, Karis Baker, really long. Carly, surprisingly long when she wants to use it. Myself, I'm really long at the top. That was a joke. But
When you jump.
I think, you know, we're just also very intelligent, and we work on it in practice a lot more probably than we did last year. But that last year we were very good, you know, collectively on defense, so I guess it's just what works.
In the left, Kyle.
Liz, it looked like you got hit in the left eye, I think, in the third quarter. What about this team in terms of leadership or tenacity? Do you guys get this ability to respond to physicality like that?
I think, you know, Coach Brooks did a really good job of helping us expect it. He was warning us, you know, in the past few days leading up to this game that, you know, that's how they're going to play. They're going to be scrappy. They're going to be really physical with us. So we were prepared for that. It doesn't make it not hurt in the moment, but as long as we don't let it take us out of our game or rattle us too much, then it's all good. It's just sport.
On the right, Zach.
What have you guys seen from Carly Wenzel and her game maturing? Obviously played a lot, especially down the stretch against NC State, plays 30 minutes tonight. It seems like defensively especially she's taken some big strides of late.
Yeah, I think we probably all know that Carly would like to see the ball go in the hoop a bit more than it has been for her, but, like, that doesn't deter her. Like, she brings it energy and length and defense, and I think right now she's really maturing quite before our eyes. I think, you know, coming in, she was, like, really highly rated at a high school, and you know, she was so used to being like the big dog, and I think she came here and she's getting her feet again, and she's learning, you know, the role as I mentioned earlier. But you know, she was here last year, but we forget she is a true freshman. She hasn't played before, so I think she's doing a very good job at learning while she's playing through her mistakes.
And then obviously the 15-0 run tonight. You had that 12-0 run against NC State, and this was a trend last year for you guys down the stretch of having these runs where you'd go 10-0, 12-0, 15-0 to kind of blow open a game or make a big rally. Why do you think this team can turn it on for 5-6 minutes and just blow a game wide open like you guys did tonight?
I think we just have so many weapons on offense, so many great shooters between Tilly, Kayla, Georgia, and then, you know, me inside, and just a lot of players that can offer a lot offensively. So when we're all clicking and working together, when we're hot, a couple of us, then it's really hard to stop. And, you know, obviously it's not going to be like that all the time, but for certain stretches, it's really dangerous and definitely helps us pull away in games.
Back left, Anthony.
Liz, we did not get to speak to you on Sunday after that game. Can you kind of take us through what that last game-winning bucket was like, whether it was from Georgia's screen to Kayla's inbound to obviously the sellout crowd? What was that like?
Yeah. You know, I was so aware of the crowd, honestly, the whole game, except for in that play. I think we were all probably just so locked in. But that, I don't know if they said it last week, but that's just a play that Coach Brooks has worked on us probably our last, 4 years. I don't think we've ever done it in a game, but that just goes to show how prepared Coach Brooks is for situations, no matter what they are. So as soon as he started drawing it up, we knew exactly what was coming. Kayla's thrown that pass a million times. It was right on the money. It was perfect. Georgia's screen was perfect, and it was just exactly what we needed to get the win. And I heard them after it went in. That was really fun. But before that, you know, I could hear them when we were on defense. That's for sure. They made it really, really fun, and I hope, you know, people keep coming because it was a really entertaining game.
Even tonight, I think it was crucial. Miami did not hear the shot clock or anything in 2 quarters, I think. So I think that is massive. So please keep coming back.
We'll finish with Mark.
Liz, you had the big first quarter there. Was there a certain point where you're like, okay, they can't guard me? Were you kind of, do you kind of get that feeling at some point?
When she warms up and shoot around in the morning, 6 hours before the game.
I definitely knew my shot was feeling good. And then, you know, when my teammates are looking for me and Coach Brooks is calling stuff for me, I'm going to, you know, not shy away from that, especially when, you know, it was close in the first quarter. So wanted to stick with what was working. I think we all did because we needed to stay in the game till other players were heating up, and eventually they did, and we were able to pull away a lot more.
Was there something about the way they were defending you that you were able to take advantage of, or was it more going back to, this is a few games now where Kenny's, since the pick game, where he's trying to get you kind of to put up a quick shot and maybe from the perimeter a little bit?
Yeah, I think just the plays that he's designed for me are so specific and just perfect for what I like to do. But he just knows me so well, so I think the actions that he's been calling, the plays he's been putting in, have really helped me be more successful the last 3 games since Pitt.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.